Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets overall, just looking at markets overall. We'll be going over the news, looking at a few charts and chatting with you whilst having a wee cup of coffee as well. So before we start, if you can go down the like button, hit that like button just now. If you like the videos, if you think they're shite, just hit the unlike button or hit the down vote button or thumbs down button. But if you do like them, it does help the channel if you can kind of put the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. But crush the likes first. So we'll get started. We'll see if anybody's in the house. Everything looks okay with a new setup and everything. So we're looking good. Yep, there's people coming in just now, which is cool. Okay, we'll just jump over to the chat area and welcome you in. Debbie Claydon is the first in. Welcome to you. Vin is in. Good morning to you. Stormkeeper. Anthony Colvini is in. Stephen King, Mr. Swanfield, Chris Noble, King 1969, Larson, Mervyn Skidmore, Chianu Engov is in. Honest Crypto Johnny, Donny Don Matthew, Mark Innes, Andreas, High Points Drifter, Gary Stewart, Mad Maximus is in. Imran Chowdhury, Richard Cooper, Fatty McButterpants, Rob Fiddler, Adam Forrest, and Brundo25 is in as well. So good to see everybody here. King 1969, good morning, just finished my night shift. Great little mini bull run we're having. We are having a mini bull run. I don't know if it's a mini bull run or the start of a bigger bull run, but let's enjoy it while we can. We've had these months and months and months of kind of going downhill. So enjoy this bull run whilst we can. So we'll have a look at the charts for Bitcoin as well, see what's going on. Just make sure I've jumped over. I have indeed. Who else is coming in? Imran Chowdhury said, Elon Musk mentions Dogecoin in a tweet. I've seen that, yeah, it was just a joke saying, is it going to be the CEO of Dogecoin? Good to see he's got a sense of humour. I like Elon Musk. Hyphen Lee is in as well. Okay, we'll look at the markets overall, see what's happening overall. Just refresh that. Geez, we've gone up another billion since I kind of refreshed it. $172.5 billion for the market capitalization overall. So that is kind of crazy when we think where we were. Even in February, we'll just go to the charts just now and look at the market capitalization, how much it's jumped. We were at 146 billion. Where were we back? We'll go to a month. 125 billion at the beginning of March. So on the 4th of March, we're at 125 billion. We're now at $172 billion. So that's nearly 50 billion, nearly up 30%. That's crazy to think about that. Okay, we'll look at the markets overall. How many cryptocurrencies are there now? 2,146, up 7 since yesterday. And the highest mover with over 10,000 volume is Commerce Data Connection, CDC. On 12,000 volume, it's up 247%, which is amazing. BitBay is up as well. On much higher volume, 322,000 volume, it's up 136% on the hour, 112% 24 hour, and 221% the 7 day. Content Neutrality Network as well, CNN, we spoke about that ages ago, months ago, and that's up on 1.1 million volume, up 97%. Vericoin is up, Spindle, Vicky Token, Ash is up. Origin Sport is up, King X Chain is up as well. Educare on 1.8 million volume. Shine Chain on 5 million volume. I don't quite believe that. 5 million volume, but it could well be. And Ogre is up 44% as well. What's been doing well over the last 7 days? Just have a wee peek. Block CDN, 1500% for Block CDN. 1500%. Put $1 in, get $15 back. That's crazy. Hurify 358%, Shine Chain 267%, Etherbase 231%. That's what the markets are looking like overall just now. I noticed Howdo jumped up to 487 Satoshi this morning. It's come back down to 288. But it did jump up for a bit and kind of stayed there, 481 for a couple of hours. right back down again. So I don't know what happened there. Somebody's obviously bought, but I was getting quite excited about that. So how do we've been looking at as a small cap. Metamorph as well. We'll have a look at Metamorph, see what they're doing. 91 Satoshi just now, still close, just leveling out, just kind of trundling along just now for Metamorph. I still like the look of Metamorph. BPT, Blockport is another one kind of look at as well. 2,700, so that's stayed stable as well. That seems to be a support line for Blockport, so we can expect another wee jump up there. Digitex, how are Digitex futures doing? Still on the up, 2,407. Is that? I'm going the hourly. Yeah, that's the right one. So it's 2,407 just now, so it's doing extremely well, Digitex. We'll have a look at BAB. There was some BAB news. Somebody sent me some BAB news, and I'll just check that out. So that's up over the last hour. Still at 5 Satoshi, but it's up. So this is trading in 10 digits instead of 8 digits. So you can get 547. So well, it wouldn't be Satoshi, it'd be 5.47 Satoshi or 5.32 Satoshi or something like that. You can do that in KuCoin as well. I've noticed they're doing that. So BAB is up on the news. Okay, somebody sent me some news. I'm just going to show you. This was Wayne Turner on Twitter. So latest from Rush D. Averos for BAB. 1 of 2, we have finally been able to recruit 2 new key BAB members. We're also working on a new go-to-market app in terms of technical validations, user experience, full design now. What we need is just a bit of patience. The good news is Bax will be the core of this innovative app. I cannot say more until it's fully validated. There are other great news coming in April. One of them is a game changer. Also still working hard to raise more money. So that's from BAB. So a lot of people ask for news on BAB. So thanks to Wayne Turner, which is Brundle25, and he's in here just now, I believe. Yeah, he is. So thanks for that, Wayne. Really appreciate the news there. Who else to look at for the small caps? Looking at AdBank as well. Still think that's got a huge potential. And only 53 Satoshi. I'm going to have to buy some more of AdBank. XTRD. That was a long shot. You can see the trading. Not that good on the XTRD on the hourly. On the daily, very up and down, so we can see little volume there. 20 Satoshi was vouch for me, or IPL. It was called InsurePal, but it's now called vouch for me. Still at its lowest, 103 Satoshi. BitDegree. I'm just going through the ones we've looked at, the small caps. Still 52, its lowest point, so I don't know if they're kind of on their way out. TNC, Trinity Network, they kind of jumped up yesterday. What they're doing today, they did go up to 350, they're now down to 179, and that's from 99 though. So, but coming off their all-time low. Okay, go back to chat, see who's in. Elon Musk, Gary Stewart, have you figured out what caused this mini run? No. Everybody's speculating, and I watched kind of CryptoLark this morning. There's a couple of other stories about a BTC whale, so we'll go into that in a second. Adam Forrest, more like a calf run. Cardano is about to take Stellar, only 30-40 million in it. I truly believe by the end of 2019, Cardano is a top 5 coin, if not second slot. Yeah, I do believe, I've been saying it for ages, Cardano is on a big kind of bull run just now as well. Up 15%, as are a lot of the others. 2324, 2378, so it could overtake Stellar, and looks as if it's gonna. It could overtake Binance as well. Bitcoin Cash, don't care too much about, but that would be the next target. Cardano is definitely going places, definitely, and we'll look at that as well. So we'll look at a couple of the charts. That was BTC USD. We're on Bitstamp. 4,978. No signs of a slowdown. So a lot of people thinking this was going to slow down, but there's no signs of a slowdown just now. 5,000 obviously still major resistance there, so it needs to stay above the 5,000. But that's on. This is on Bitstamp. BLX was the price. I would imagine it's roughly the same. 4906, 4906. So slightly smaller. And that, one sec. Get rid of that, just hit the wee things. 4906, 06 for BLX. Okay, so what sparked this run? A couple of speculations on this, but for me, it seems to be that the best one, or the best explanation for this, is a massive Bitcoin whale triggered BTC surge with $100 million order. Says crypto investment firm CEO. So the CEO of cryptocurrency firm BCB Group says Bitcoin massive pump was triggered by a single Bitcoin whale in a coordinated effort to buy nearly 100 million worth of BTC across 3 crypto exchanges. So this is from Oliver van Landsberg, Sadie, told Reuters a 20,000 BTC buying spree executed simultaneously on Coinbase, Kraken and Bitstamp is largely responsible for the surge, which briefly boosted the price of BTC above $5,000. Now you might think, well, Bitcoin does way more than $100 million, but what happens is this person has went to the exchanges algorithmically, so he's used kind of bots or something, and he's gone to the exchanges to do this. With the exchanges, it's gone up in price. That's kind of actually liquidated some shorts. That means the price is going to go higher still, and it's going to liquidate even more shorts on the way up if people are shorting as well. So it's going to liquidate a lot of shorts there, and that's what's happened. That's what's kind of made the price spike up. However, I am surprised at the price staying that level. So it went up to 5,100, came back down, and is starting to go back up again. So now I think what's triggering it and what's pushing it is people are starting to think, is this the time, is this the start of a bull run for Bitcoin? Is this the start of a bull run for the markets again? So it could well be. It could well be. I don't think so. I don't think this is the start of the bull run, but it could be. This could be the trigger for the bull run. So this person or this firm or this institution, whoever it is, seems to have triggered the start of a kind of frenzy that's kind of happening just now. And we can hear people talking about it all around the world on YouTube and kind of in the news as well. So DataDash, crypto analyst DataDash says at some point he believes large holders of Bitcoin who have accumulated BTC in OTC trades will have a large incentive to begin spot trading on crypto exchanges to lift the price. So imagine you'd bought, say, $100 million worth of Bitcoin over the counter, which means it doesn't get shown on the kind of trades, on the spot trades, on the likes of Binance or kind of any of the other exchanges. So you buy over the counter, you bought $100 million worth at $3,300. So if you've done that, so how much is $100 million? So if we imagine divided by 3,300, say the bought at the bottom, $3,300, you have 30,000 Bitcoin. So you bought it, 30,000 Bitcoin for $100 million. Okay, so now if they bought that much Bitcoin with $100 million, if they bought that much, obviously the billionaires, so it must be a firm or an extremely wealthy person. They've done that. All they need for Bitcoin to move up to is $1,700, and they've made an extra $40 million. They've made $40 million. So that's what's happening with the price going up that high. And what they'll do is they'll trade it, or they'll start buying in the market. They'll start buying on spot trades at the exchanges for the price to go up. Everybody kind of gets into a frenzy. The price goes up, it goes up, it goes up. And then they'll sell OTC again. So they'll sell over the counter at, say, they could have sold at $5,000 over the counter. And they've just made that much money. So 3,300 they would have had 30,000. So 30,303 times 5,000. That'll be 151 million. So they made $51 million. So they bought for 100 million at 3,300. They sold for 151 million at $5,000. And that's just an example. I'm not saying that's what's happened. That's just an example. But you can see the more money you've got, the more money you can make as well. That's why it's good to do big trades as well. Like kind of big trades doesn't always pay off. But I like to put kind of big trades on as well because you can make more money with smaller movements. And this is relatively small. So that's what could have triggered this kind of bull. Well, it's not a bull run, it's a mini bull run just now, but it could be the start of a bigger bull run. So this is from Ethereum World News. Did one whale really initiate the big Bitcoin rally? Where will it go next? So this is where you're going to get all the speculation about what's going to happen next. Nobody knows, but everybody's going to guess. Some people are going to get it right, some people are not. So at the end of the day, nobody knows. So that seems a likely explanation. The other explanation that was kind of being touted about kind of April Fools and stuff like that was just nonsense. To me, that's just nonsense. And this seems the most likely explanation for it. Okay, in the news, flipping incoming US Google users more interested in Ripple XRP than Bitcoin. So this was for 2018, and in the search engine Google, a lot of people search how to. It'd be interesting to do that actually. What's at the top? How to, and you get these. Oh, that's kind of what I've been kind of searching for. How to increase the volume. We've just moved into a flat, and I need how to increase the volume of my kind of intercom because it's an old one. So I was trying to figure out that. Anything I don't know, I just learn about on the net and do it myself. That's how I've learned most things. That's how I learned to build a website, how I learned to crypto, YouTube, everything. I've just learned everything kind of for myself. Okay, so this was the news. This is for the Google Trends for 2018. And if we go down to here, it says how to. So it gives you a top 10. So I'll kind of zoom in on that. Top 10, how to vote, blah, blah, blah. And then number 4, how to buy Ripple. And then number 8 is how to buy Bitcoin. So Google users want to know more about how to buy Ripple than they do about how to buy Bitcoin. So that was a news story from there. So this was saying this is the flipping. So according to Google Trends last year, the number of US users searching for the term how to buy Ripple was greater than the number using the popular search engine to query how to buy Bitcoin. However, Google users interested in cryptocurrency from outside the US search more frequently for information regarding taking up a position in the current #1 digital asset, which is Bitcoin, obviously. By market capitalization than they did for buying XRP. So this is in the US, so it's not Google trending all over the world. And this was Preeti Kasiredi had kind of reported this on Twitter as well, and I kind of checked that out. You can see that here. And she's kind of sent that yesterday. So I thought that was quite interesting that a lot of people in the US are searching how to buy Ripple. And that was that. I'm just going to go to list to see if there's anything on the lists. So I've got a list here of 188 people in crypto space and just collecting the news. So this is just from 6 minutes ago. CZ from Binance just saying slowly but surely. So Binance Jersey is at 185. So the volume is $121,000. So it's just saying slowly but surely. This is for Binance Jersey as well, which I was interested in. Obviously I signed up for as well. So you can buy in euros and you can buy in pounds as well. Keith Waring, every Bitcoin hodler just now. Quite like that. What else is in the news? Justin Sun, Tron block has already reached 8 million. I'm not liking what Justin's doing with Vitalik Buterin just now. Not liking that at all, I have to admit. It's kind of put me off. Justin, I thought he was a brilliant marketer. Not brilliant marketer, just different and just being consistent with his marketing style. But I don't like what he's doing just now. It's kind of put me off. It just shows there's a lack of substance there. For me, it shows there's a lack of substance, and it kind of digs deep into his kind of psyche. For me, it does. Although you might not think that, you might think that's a lot of tosh, but for me, that definitely digs deep into his kind of where his mindset is. And if that's the kind of style, if that's his mindset, and he's running a company, then I just don't like it. I've just been put off big time by Justin Sun with all that kind of crap with Ethereum. Have to be honest. I don't like the egos in the crypto space. Egos should be out of the crypto space altogether. Oh, 1 second. Just need to turn that off just now. QTUM official, Keith Waring, Cointelegraph. Okay, 10x. So there's nothing major there just now. What was the other news? PayPal. PayPal enters the blockchain space, makes first investment in Cambridge blockchain. So this was the news. We knew kind of PayPal was going to do it at some point. It's been on the cards for a while, but they've entered this space just now. And I think this is to do with security for identity. I think that's what it's for. So the announcement of PayPal's first official investment blockchain came on Tuesday and confirms the rumours that the $121 billion company will be entering the distributed ledger technology realm. It's exploring possibilities of implementing Cambridge blockchain platform for its own operations so that users are able to prove their identity without any irrelevant personal info being shared. So I think that's a good thing as well. I think that's a really good thing for PayPal, and I think it's the first of many things to come for bigger companies like PayPal to move over to the blockchain. I think that's what's going to happen a lot as well, that a lot of these companies, say the likes of Amazon, the likes of Google, they're going to start buying up these kind of blockchain companies as well. My thinking is though, what would happen, say for example, I don't know, PayPal bought, Monetha, for example, because they're in the kind of that space as well, a similar space to PayPal. Say for example they bought over them, what would happen with Monetha? Would it run separately as Monetha as a blockchain company? Obviously the price would skyrocket for Monetha, but it would seem likely that that's what would happen because they've got everything in place. I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm just off the top of my head, and that's what could happen. So I'm just wondering out loud what would happen with these companies. So it'd be quite interesting when that starts to happen. I believe that is going to start happening soon. Following Bitcoin's 19% surge, crypto explodes, bull market in the works. This is kind of cryptoslate.com, but they're just kind of asking the question like we're asking, is this the start of a bull run or is it just bull? So again, nobody knows. Everybody's kind of asking about this. Is this the start of a bull run? But nobody really knows. But the volume is kind of going up. BTC buy volume at an all-time high on Binance. So that's a good thing as well. That's a good sign for this sustained kind of rally that we're seeing just now. 4906 BTC USD. So that is a good looking kind of chart. So if this was short term lived, you'd think it would come all the way back down. So it seems to have sparked something. If it was this whale that kind of sparked us in the first place, it seems to have sparked something bigger, and things, it could have been something that we've all been waiting for. But there's definitely a kind of buzz about crypto again. And I think, yeah, 63 watching just now. This is the kind of highest kind of watches I've seen for a while as well. We had 73 watching at one point yesterday as well. So there seems to be a buzz, a positive buzz about the market just now. Was that all the news? Yeah, I was just looking at some reviews there as well. So that's the news at the moment. That's the news I wanted to speak about. Who else is in the house? Mitch Dieter is in. Mighty Locks is in as well. G-Slick is in. Crypto Don Wan is with us. Good morning to you. Hyphen Leaves mentioned. Kig is in. Good morning to you as well. Just get to the questions in a second. Patrick Priya is in the house as well. Gino Dow is in. Imran Chowdhury, we've said already, I believe. Yeah, we have. Lawrence Matthews is in. Owen West is in as well. I don't think I've missed anybody. Nick Smith, Benton Taylor, Anibo is in. Jean is in the house as well. And Axel is in. Marcus Jafari, there's a few people joined us. Mushir Maitla is in as well. Right, so we'll get to some of the questions. Adam Forrest, over $5,000 on Bitfinex. Yeah, it's going to be different on different exchanges. So I'm just using kind of Bitstamp or BLX as a kind of go-to price. I think Digitex will hit $1, saying Mushir. A big ask, but it could do. You never know. If it gets even a fraction of the volume, like BitMEX is getting, yeah, I think that it might well do. Morning to Mitch. Imran, blockchain doesn't need regulations. Austrian Minister for Digital and Economic Affairs says, give the minister a pat on the back. Yes, excellent. I think to a degree it does need some form of regulation, but that was the news story, obviously, that Imran's reporting. Remember back when ADA and XRM were sparring in the CMC table? Yeah, it looks like that again. They're going to be sparring to climb up the table again. Jean is saying, morning all, crush the likes. Thanks very much, Jean. Yeah, if you go down to like button and hit that like button, it'd be brilliant. Right, Gary, I have to kind of openly kind of comment on this. Gary, you left a comment yesterday as well. This is from Gary Stewart. You've mentioned another comment here, so I'm going to confront you here. $37 a month, I think, is his castle, LOL. So I don't know if you're trying to be... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way it's coming across. But you left a comment yesterday. I'm going to show it just now, actually. So I'm going to call you out on it. Because I don't know if you're trying to be sarcastic and trying to kind of put me down, or what you're trying to say here. So if you are trying to say something, obviously just tell me just now, and we can have it out without being kind of sarky comments. But I'm not sure if I've got it wrong or not. Right, okay, Gary Stewart, could possible, maybe, my advice hold, well worth $37 a month. So what are you trying to say there, Gary? So if you've got something to say, just say it just now. But I don't know if I'm picking it up wrong. Maybe I'm picking up the vibes wrong. And you've got another comment there as well. So let me know what you're actually trying to say. We can just talk about it. If you're doing it in an open forum, I'm going to do it in an open forum as well. If not, let's have a private chat about it. Nick Smith, VET have announced partnership. Tripartite. Excellent. So we're at VET just now. BTC, have they gone up on that news? They've not gone up in the news. 144 just now. But it still is a buy to me. VET. Right, what time we want? BTT chart, please. Yeah, BTT. Not looking good at the moment. We'll go to Binance. BTT, BTC. Yeah, 16 for them. So it's broken down out of this, because we had a descending triangle for BTT. I kind of spoke about this before. Had really brilliant support at 18 Satoshi, but it's come down and broken down below this. So at the moment, I wouldn't be buying into this at the moment, and I did recommend this as a buy, and it's one of the few ones I've recommended that have kind of gone down. So it's gone down to 16. Could it be a good buy? We're just going to have to wait and see and look at the order books first of all, I think. A good thing to look at the order books. So 2 million to buy at 16, 2 billion. And to sell at 17, nearly 2 billion, so it's 1 to 1 as well. So I wouldn't be buying BTT just now. Yeah, obviously I recommended it before with that support 18, but it's broken that support. So it doesn't look like a buy just now, BTT. If you're holding, you might want to hold for longer term, obviously. That was BTT. Nick Smith, did you look at open market cap? Nope, I haven't looked at that, Nick. Gino Daho, Stephen, everyone smashed the likes. Thanks very much for that. Nice to see some movement. Yep. ZPay CEO Ajit Karuna, far less than 1% of world's population has participated in crypto. Everyone in this chart is part of the 1%. Yes, we are. And I have to remember that. We're still in a tiny minority of the world's population that's into crypto. So I think you're probably talking about 0.1% of the world's population is into crypto. Imagine when that goes to 1%, goes to 10%, how big this is going to be. That's the kind of scale of it we have to think. Mighty Locks, morning everyone, let's get some crypto. Yes, indeed. Steve, you're an elite, as we all are, as part of the 1%. Yes, I like that thinking. Adam Forrest, what intercom brand have you got, Steve? I don't know, it's a really old one. It's a really old one. It comes with the tenement flats in kind of Glasgow. So I was trying to kind of figure out, I took it off and looked at the wiring, but I have no clue. So that's what I was trying to learn online. So I don't know, it doesn't have the brand on it, Adam. Are you an engineer? An intercom engineer? Because we're going to put it out, because something's wrong with my aerial as well in the house, but we got that fixed yesterday. We got an aerial engineer or guy out to fix it, and he was brilliant actually. Anyway, Coinbase reveals hot wallet coverage up to 225 million via Lloyd's of London broker. That's big news. I need to kind of look at that as well. News just out about EOS and Tron. Look up cryptoslate.com. That's Gino Dow. And check that out. I'll go to here actually. So I like using Crypto Compare the news, the latest list. So CryptoSlate is Ethereum's market share at risk from EOS and Tron. So this is the news you're talking about, I'm presuming, Gino. Growing competition for Ethereum network. Yeah, kind of knowing that. Less demand for Ether, more demand for speed. Yada yada. Yeah, it's not kind of big. And we kind of knew that there is competition from EOS, Tron and Cardano as well. And others as well, up and coming. Steve, how would you make profit if dollar price is up and BTC price is down? Well, what you're going to have to do is, rather than looking at the USD price is going to be up on all of them. So what you're going to do is buy one that's kind of low BTC value. So you can, if you go to the BTC charts, and so Ogre has went up 33% BTC value, and look at the ones that have not gone up that you think are good, that are kind of close to the bottom. So Ravencoin might be one of them. If you look at Ravencoin just now, RVN, BTC. So that's already had a spike up, but it's came back down with the BTC price going up, and it got down to 1147. It's now up to 1240 just now. So that's how you start kind of making a profit if you've got some BTC left over, because first you have to buy BTC. So it depends if you've got BTC in your possession already. If you've got BTC, that's when you go hunting for these bargains, and you look at the bottom ones, the ones that are kind of low, they're good value. PundiX I wouldn't be buying. Ravencoin has already gone down, but it looks like it's going to go back up. For me, that might be an okay one. You'd be looking at the crossover, and it's coming up with a 61.8% bounce level, so it could be a good one as well. So it just depends if you've got BTC or not. If you've got if you've got kind of dollars and you're having to buy BTC to get into one of the other coins, you're going to have to see which ones have went lower than the BTC has risen. If that makes sense. So, and then you buy the kind of low ones, and the ones that have not already risen quite a bit. Ravencoin might not be such a good example because it's risen already, but it could be good for a bounce. That's what I'm saying there. What are the ones? So I'd be looking for, and I was looking for this morning. I'm not going to look at them. So I'd be looking at the likes of BNB. BNB 389. So I'd be looking at the likes of them. It's got this support line. It kind of went down with the BTC price when everything else went down. It's coming back up. They've got a new kind of launchpad IEO coming up as well. So I think they're going to go up, and this is how you make kind of money as well, because the Bitcoin price has gone up. But you can still make BTC from something like BNB going up. So if BNB went up 10%, obviously you've got 10% more Bitcoin than you would have had as well. That's how you make money in this kind of market as well. So it's all kind of turns on its head. So it just depends on what your kind of strategy is as well, and what your risk is as well. One sec. Kig, thank you very much for the $2 donation. Can you look at VET? We just looked at that. Then we'll just have a quick look just now. VT, BTC. I don't know if you've seen me kind of looking at that, or... Yeah, 144. Still down just now on that's on the 4 hourly. On the daily, still good. It's above the 50 EMA, so it might bounce. It might go down to 132 and bounce again, or it could bounce from here, anywhere here. But a bounce of 132 might seem more likely than bouncing back up. I forgot to look at LTC as well. LTC USD. I've been saying this for ages that Litecoin was going to get up to $70, and it did. It broke through $70 and climbed up to $85. So I said, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to break out here. It did after the kind of crossover. At $33, I've been talking about this, saying it was going to get up to 70, and it did eventually. And I said it could even get to $95, and I still think it's going to get to 95, break through that, briefly get to 100 and come back down. So I still think that's going to happen. But that was one thing I've been saying, and I think BNB is going to go to $100 as well. Been saying that's one of the kind of big predictions I had. The other one I've got for you as well that could be really good, a really good play, is Ethereum. I think Ethereum could do extremely well in this market if it continues the way it's going just now. But if you look at Ethereum BTC value, obviously BTC value will be kind of going down, and it did kind of go down to 3.05 million Satoshi. It's now up to 3.36 million Satoshi, but I think this represents a good value buy just now. And I think for Ethereum in dollar value, we're going to be looking at over $200 for Ethereum within the next couple of weeks. I'd say even sooner than that. So where are we? So where's the next kind of resistance? We've got resistance at 210, round about there. There's resistance. So I think we're going to see Ethereum quite quickly. I don't even think it's going to take a couple of weeks. I think it's going to go up to $200. Where's the $200 level? I'll go to there, watching. So that's the $200 level. We've nearly reached that. It did get to $177, but it's broken through its previous resistance, and the next resistance is 210, so that would mean it would go through 200, and we've got support at 200 as well. Obviously, it's a psychological barrier, so I think it's going to smash through that in the next couple of days or weeks. I'll say weeks, but I think in the next couple of days, Ethereum is going to shoot up past $200 as well. I think NEO, we've not looked at NEO for a while. NEO dollar, it's up to $12 again. I think that's going to shoot up as well. Cardano is doing brilliant as well, and we'll look at BTC value. 1803 for Cardano, that is amazing for Cardano. So that is brilliant just now for Cardano. And we'll look at ADUSD. So Kraken, so 8.9 cents. So that looks like it's going to go to 10 cents very soon. That's on Kraken. ADA, USD. I'll just go to there. Yeah, 8.9. So I think that's going to go up to 10 cents very soon. As I said, that'll probably be the next psychological resistance. And it's going to surpass that as well. So I do think Cardano is doing brilliant. XRP, I still think represents a brilliant buying opportunity just now. So we'll go to 7,081. See, for me, the only thing with XRP is it's broken this long-term support. That's not a good sign for me. That's not a good sign. But, a big but, I just think the lower this goes, the more I want to buy. Because I'm just that certain that it's just going to shoot up in price. from here, where could this go? I think we're going to get 100% in Ripple. I think you're going to get, if you, and this is not advice, this is not financial advice. If, and probably I will be, I'll probably be buying more in Ripple. If I was to buy more, I reckon I could get 100% return on my investment with this. With Ripple is 7,000 Satoshi. I think it's going to go up to 14,000 and surpass 14,000 Satoshi within the next, I don't know, I can't give you a time frame. I'd say the next couple of months, and I'd say that's almost a cert, but that's not financial advice. Do your own research and all that. Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on. I just think that's what's going to happen with Ripple. I still think it's going to happen, but the only thing that's worrying me from a technical point of view is broken this long-term support. And that's on a daily. What's it like on a weekly? Yep. So that's the only thing that concerns me about Ripple just now. So it could go lower, but if you're dollar cost averaging in, I think it's just a wise investment. For me, it's a wise investment. I still think it's just going to shoot up. Google Trends for BTC are up 3 times. So just have a wee quick look at that. What time are we on? 9:11. Google Trends. Just type in Bitcoin. And anybody can do this. You can check this yourself. Right, so that's for the Bitcoin. Bitcoin SV has gone up. Bitcoin ETF approval up 450%. Tom Lee Bitcoin, Tim Draper Bitcoin, Dow Jones. This is all the queries. Bitfund, Dow. So I wonder if BTC, I don't think BTC will be there. Dow, Tron, TRX, Amazon stock. Is Bitcoin halving? Up 150%. Is Bitcoin dead? Up 160%. This is the queries on Google. Will Bitcoin go back up 150%? Moon Bitcoin 140%. So I wonder what term that was up by 3 times. It'd be BTC? I don't think so. No. BTC US Trading View, BTC CMC. That's people that know about Bitcoin. BTC Portal up 1700%. Yeah. Interesting. Now, I'm not going to be able to get all to all the comments, unfortunately. LRC moving. Steve, your thoughts? Will it break again? Cheers, Benton Taylor. LRC, one we previously recommended. LRC, Bitcoin, BTC. We'll go to the Binance one. So this is what I thought was going to happen. This is on the weekly. Kind of did go down to 13.15. That was with the price kind of moving down. We'll go to the daily. 16.11. Yeah, I still think it's going to happen. I know it's just taking longer than I thought. I still think this is going to get up to 3,000. Did go down to 13.10. That's when Bitcoin price shot up. It went down to 13.10, but if you held that, or if you got stopped out, you've only lost 5%, then you go back in at a lower price, you've probably made more money with the Bitcoin price going back up. But I still think this is going to happen. It's still above the 50 EMA. The 70 EMA is above the 50 EMA. It's still kind of following that pattern, or seems to be following that pattern. So yeah, I still like this for going up to 3,000. Still like LRC. Openmarket.com. I'll check that out just now. What time are we on? 14. So what is openmarket.com? I don't know if you've told me about this before, Nick, but I'm just checking it just now. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. So very similar to a lot of the other ones as well. Nice and easy to use. Does it give me a sorting option? Doesn't give me the sorting. So we can't sort in who's moved highest. That'll be one thing I was looking for straight away. I don't know if it can, maybe it's just it's not coming up for me. It's not allowing me to sort it in order. Cool, thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that. Gene, no choice but to hold BTT, stuck in it since 26. Nightmare. ONT, we've not looked at ONT for a while actually. ONT, BTC, Ontology. It's had a run up. Looks as if it's gone on its way down again just now, but probably what will happen if it doesn't bounce off the 70 EMA, it might bounce if we've got good favourable conditions. It might bounce off the 50 EMA at 26,000. So it might have a wee bit to go down. Coming off its bottom at 14,000, it's only 100% up from its bottom, which sounds a lot, but it's not that much at all, to be honest. When you consider how far it's kind of fallen. Good morning to Ajmal. Good to see you here, Oscar Ray. No, go home, Gary. No negative vibes here. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. But I'll speak to Gary separately. Gino Dow made profit today. Saw the market moving. Placed my trades and made $800. Excellent, Gino. Excellent. What did you move on? What did you get in on? It'd be good to be interested to hear. Debbie Clayton, hi Steve. Stupid question, but how do you know when to get out or when the alt might still continue to go up? Any easy signs? Depends on how quick it's gone up. What the best thing to do, well, you could ladder out. So, say for example, what one's gone up just now? Say for example, you got into Ogre. You get into Ogre, you have to have a kind of profit margin in mind. So if you get into Ogre at say 3,600, you go into it then and thinking, okay, you've got to ask yourself the question, when am I going to get out of this? If it's a short-term trade, if you love it for the long term, then just hold. That's cool. You're fine and dandy. But even if you love it for the long term, holding it shoots up, take some profit off the top as well. So right now, if you're holding that from 3,600, you'd be taking some profit. You don't take it all out. So if it went up 100%, take 50% out and leave the rest to run forever. Or if it doubles again after that, leave it to run again. So it just depends how much it goes up by and what your figures you have in mind. So if you say, okay, on this trade, I want to get 20%, but just say it shoots up 40%, then take it all out. That's you got all out of the trade because you're only expecting 20%, but you got 40%. And it was a short-term trade. If it's a longer-term trade, and you're saying, okay, this is what I'm expecting it to do maybe 300% over the next 9 months. If it goes up 100%, take 50% out. If it goes up 100% again, take another 50% out and let the rest run. So I think that's a good way to do it, so you can ladder out. Or if it goes up, you can say to yourself, okay, I'm going to take profits at 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. So 10%, take 25% out. Kind of 20%, take another 25% out, 30%, another 25%, and 40% take the rest out. So you could do it that way as well. So it just depends on the figures you have in mind, your trading style and your trading risk as well. You might be only looking for 5% or on a trade. So it just depends on how short-term trade is. So probably need to know longer term, or probably need to know more information, Debbie, before I could answer that kind of fully, but there's lots of different ways to do it. If you're seeing something like Ogre kind of shooting up, we'll just look at Ogre just now. REP BTC. So that's not shot up in a day, that's obviously shot up in a while. Because normally what happens, this is on the hourly chart, normally what happens when something shoots up, it's either going to be a pump and dump or it keeps on going up. So a pump and dump, you'll see within the hour it goes right up and then it comes right back down again. This is where when you first get into a trade, it's good to set a kind of stop limit. So you're going to say, okay, I'm going to sell when it gets to 30%, and you do it automatically. And that would be a good kind of strategy. For a pump and dump, you might miss the kind of pump and you've missed it on its way back down, so you wouldn't be able to get in. So it's good to set that. But on a genuine kind of, if it's news driven, like Republic and Ogre, I think Binance has done a kind of report on them that is really favourable. So it goes up, it normally bounces off the 7 EMA. So it goes right up, comes back down, It didn't quite get to the 70 EMA, but went up again, came back down, bounced off the 70 EMA, went up again, came back down, bounced off the 70 EMA, and it bounces off the 70 EMA. When it comes back down over the 70 EMA, that might be the time to get out, but maybe not your full position. It just depends on what your trading style is. And then waiting it going back to and do the 50 EMA, see if it bounces off that, and then get back in again for the bounce. I don't know if that helps you, Debbie. I don't know if I've went through that too quick, but hopefully that helps you a wee bit. So, by the way, it's not a stupid question. It's a brilliant question, in fact. And there's no stupid questions in trading, in crypto, or anything at all. I'm of the firm belief that if you're thinking it, somebody else is thinking it as well. So don't be afraid to ask any questions at all. High Points Drifters say, nice one, Gino, for the profit. Yeah, that's a brilliant profit, that. Imran Chowdhury, A16Z back. Trust token launches stablecoin pegged to UK pound as a token pegged 1-to-1 to British pound. Excellent. I heard about that as well. Mark Innes, we're going to have a great year. I think so. 2019 is going to be a good year. Imran, are you going to any crypto conferences in the UK, Steve? I've not planned any. As I said, I've not got a lot of time for crypto, but more and more of my time is getting into crypto, actually. Richard Cooper, Steve, really appreciate the format of calls in the premium group. Clear stop loss suggested, resistance levels and summary of chart you've looked at in news. Well worth whatever we're paying a month. Thank you very much, Richard. Really appreciate that. And on that note, I want to show you the kind of calls. So officially for March 2019, it's nearly over. We've still got a few calls in play. We've got XVG, Strat, GVT, LRC, Nano, PPT. And they're still in play, as are the other ones, BQX as well. They're still in play just now. But officially, the average gain on all the calls in the premium group in March was 27%. That's official. But it still might go up a wee bit more than that. So we can see here, these are the calls made in March. So some of the bigger ones was GRS, went up 225%. That's obviously skewed the results a bit. OEX went up 248% as well. That was another big one. Maritha went up 67%. Recently, Nano went up 30%. BQX has gone up 35%, still rising as well, I believe. Strat went up 11%. The ones in orange are the ones that have not gained more than 5%. So the way this works, I make a call, and hopefully within 10 days it goes up, and I'm kind of saying it's going to go up by at least 10, 20, 30% within the next 10 days. So when I make that call, it should go up. And it's, these ones in the orange have not gone up above 5%. So Ethereum, I still like Ethereum, but I liked it back then as well. It only went up 3.44%. TRX went up 1.47% before coming down. And XRP, A318, or A241 I called that, that's come down, but it did go up very, very slightly before coming down. And these are the ones, obviously I've got April's one as well that I'm going to be starting, that I've just started. So officially, March has been the best month so far. So in February, we had 20% on each, for the average call, 20% gain on the average call. And January was 16% for the average call. So 16% was round about the average for 2018 for that as well. We had some good months as well, but that was around about the average for each call made. So March has been the best month so far, largely due to these GRS and OEX. Well, I wonder if we take them out, what would be the average gain? So they're outliers. So we'll cut them. Oh, enable cut and paste. I just want to delete them. Right, 1 wee second. We'll just put them as 0. Copy. So the average gain would have been 17%. Had it not been for GRS and OEX. But it is, as it stands, 27%. So, thanks for mentioning that. Thanks for reminding me of that. I was going to do that today as well. So that's for the premium group. If you want to join us in the premium group, it is only $37 a month, and you get calls like this kind of nearly every day. It's not been as busy recently because I've been moving and stuff like that, but that is the calls for March at the moment. And you've got, if you're in the premium group, the April ones have started. I've just made a call this morning, the first one in a couple of days since I've moved. So that's good. So if you want to join us, there's a link down below. Plus you get to chat with great people in the group as well. So it's not just about the calls. You get to chat with them brilliant people as well. And a call will look like this. I'll just kind of show you very quickly. A call will look like this. So call Manitha and kind of tell you why it's up. Current price, place your stop loss, where to place the stop loss, next resistance, target sale price if you want to make 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. That is how it looks for a call that I make as well. So clear kind of targets for you as well. It just depends on your trading style and what targets you want to get. Adam Forrest, Trade Dash is brilliant for laddering your exits on Binance. It's free, obviously needs your API to trade for you, but I've had no problem so far. Excellent, thanks for that. I keep thinking about these kind of add-ons that you can do for Binance, likes of 3 commas and stuff like that as well, but I've still not kind of pulled the trigger yet. Gino Dow, my trades was Ethereum, EOS, Tron, ADA, XRP, NEO, BTC, AB, BTC, ABC, made a 50% $800 profit, all trades. Excellent, that's brilliant, mate. That's really good. How high do you think Digitex will go before launch? I don't know, Rowan Rock, I just don't know about it just now. It could well go surpass its all-time high before it gets to launch. Could you look at Dent? What time are we on? 26, well, a couple of minutes. Dent, this is another one I kind of thought was going to rise, but didn't. It's at 22 just now. It was down to 20. Again, that's kind of fallen out the support for me, but it's coming back up just now. I'd have to look at the kind of order books. So 586 million to sell at 22 Satoshi, 367 million to buy 21 Satoshi. So it looks like it could come back down to 2021 again. We'll look at 7 decimal places, see what the support is. So for 20, we've got 226 Bitcoin worth of support. To sell at 30, we're around about that level, within that range, 705. No. At the moment, from a technical point of view, if you're in it for the long term, possibly yes. I do like Dent for the long term as well, but there's just something amiss. It's just not happening just now. And the kind of technicals are telling you that at the moment. So it did look good until it broke support. Again, it broke support. Same with BTT, broke support, and that is not a good sign for me as well. And you have to look at these things as well. So not looking brilliant. It's hard, Imran, it's hard to ignore Ripple when the White House, World Bank, Federal Reserve, IMF and central banks involved. It is. People are just going to go, shit, I wish I'd gone to Ripple. Or when it was down at 7,000 Satoshi, it's going to happen. David Clayton, great, thank you. Made nice gain on LTC, so take the profit now. Excellent. That's good. I still think Litecoin is going to go up, but it's went up quite a lot. If you go in at $33, you made 100%. So you could even take half of it out. Just depends when you got in. So yeah. Gene, another brilliant show. Stephen, cheers, mate. Thank you very much, Gene. Really appreciate your thoughts. Dave Smith, is the Earth flat? Of course it's flat. It's not round. Of course the Earth is flat. Not. Aloysius is in. Haven't seen you for a while. Good morning, everyone. You moved, Steve. Congrats on the move. Yes, that's us move now. Gina Dow on BTC stopped out at $300, waited and placed trade at 249. I'm up, may surpass $300. Excellent, mate. Looking good for you, Gino. Imran, looking bad for ETN holders. Looks like it's about to crash out the top 100. I noticed it was 98 or something like that. We'll see where it is just now. 99 has gone down to 99. Gina saying, crush the likes, folks. Thanks very much for that. Crypto Knowledge Alliance. James is in, one of our brown admins. Sorry, I'm late to the party. Morning, Steve. Morning to you, James. Good to see you, buddy. I'll be meeting up with James on the 22nd of April, so it'll be good to see you, James. And Gary Stewart saying, great show. Thank you very much. I'm not. Okay. Chris Cash is in. What do you think of VET? We've gone over that already. I do think it's going to go up. Chris, Greece from Holland, and keep up, crush your likes, just to like. Excellent, thanks for that, mate. Lawrence Matthews, is it METM's turn to take a run? So take a look at Metamorph. We looked at it just when we first started. We'll take another look. Is it moving? Nah, not moving just now. 89 Satoshi just now. A good buying opportunity. So what's going to happen with the likes of this is probably going to jump up 100, 200%, come back down again to a new kind of support level, maybe around about 150, go back up again, come back down to new support at 200. I think that's what's going to happen with these. Same with the likes of Howdo as well. Cryptodon 1, good work, Steve. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Anthony Colvini, is it Colvin? Can you look at MFT? Not looked at that in a while. That'll be the last one I'll look at, and then we'll kind of go off here. Mainframe is 77 Satoshi. Technical point of view from the hour, on the hourly, not looking good. On the daily, not looking good either. 4 hourly is not going to look good if it's not good on their side. Not looking good at the moment, but you've got safe in the knowledge that you're kind of safe at 72. So 72 is long-term support. So if it breaks long-term support, then it's not just going to go down from there. But I wouldn't imagine it's going to break down below 72 Satoshi. So at the moment, not a buy. You'd wait for kind of some signals that it's going to turn. Maybe if it gets past 80 or something, then kind of buy in then. But at the moment, technically it doesn't look good. Marcus Jafari saying, thank you, Steve. Mr. Swanfield, when or how does Binance announce new ICOs? So what to do if you go into Binance, you go on to look at Launchpad. So go into Launchpad, it's just launchpad.binance.com. And you've got the next one is Matic, and that is coming out on the 24th of April. So BNB would be a good buy just now for me at 391,000 Satoshi. It represents a good buying opportunity, and I think by the end of this month, all being well, we'll see Binance up at past or around about 500,000 Satoshi, and depends on the BTC price what dollar value that's going to give BNB. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that's it just now. Thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate your time. I know you could be doing other stuff as well, but I appreciate your time, and hopefully I've helped a wee bit. But it's looking good for the markets just now, and just enjoy this kind of positive vibe we've got and the positive buzz we've got just now. Long may it continue. We need it after all those months of going down and kind of talking about bear markets. But what's going to happen now, there's a strange psychology going to happen here. It's going to go up to maybe $5,000, then $5,500. People are going to say, oh, it's going to shoot back down. It's just a kind of bull trap or something like that. It's going to shoot back down. People are going to short it. Then it's going to go up again to 6,000. People are still not going to buy it. They're still not going to believe it. So you're going to get to that stage, and then it's going to go up to 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. And that's when people start getting in. So take a position. Don't sit on the fence. And see kind of what happens for you as well. But happy trading. Hope you have a good day trading. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward.
One last thing. I've just seen this, and I have to apologise. Honest Crypto Journey made a donation. Thanks, Steve. Great content as always. Premium group is fantastic and well worth joining. Brilliant group of like-minded futurists. I just seen your comment there, Stuart. So I do apologise, mate. I'm really sorry about that. I thought I'd just jump on very quick before it goes off. So I was just writing your comment, but I thought, no, I'll just go on live again. So if you're watching, I'm really sorry, mate. Hate doing that. I'd have felt bad all day if I didn't jump back on again. So I doubt you're watching though, but Thank you for the donation, and thanks for your brilliant comments as always, mate, and your support. Always appreciated. Okay, I'm going to go now. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye now.